I wanted to see if we could get PC for Samuel Duto.
Okay, sure.
We are on September 13th.
Yeah, hold on. Just way too loud. Okay, so is he in custody?
Yes, he's currently in custody.
So he's got two cases. He got the theft and the failure to ID.
Yes.
Which one are you challenging?
Failure to ID.
Okay.
On September 13th, 2023, at approximately 3:22 in the morning, officers were conducting routine patrol at 7-Eleven. And the alley behind the 7-Eleven, which is a common place for drug activity, graffiti, panhandling, and transits hanging out. They noticed a person using the wall plug-in on the outside of the business to charge his cell phone. Officers made contact with the person and asked for his identification. The suspected charge is theft of a service under Penal Code.
Oh, come on. They charge him with theft because he's trying to charge his phone?
No, they didn't charge him with that, Your Honor. This is the.
I know, but that's the contact to get to him.
Yes.
There's nothing mentioned in that in the report. When they approached them, there was no indication that the owner said that they didn't have permission to be there. There was no indication to say that they did not receive permission to charge their phone. They approached them for what?
Your Honor, it's not common that a store clerk would offer someone the opportunity to charge their phone in the alley behind the 7-Eleven as opposed to within the 7-Eleven itself.
Just because it's not common doesn't mean that you can't have it.
And so what? So they go up to him, they start talking to him,
He identifies himself as Vinny Mancuso, birthday 3/19/1991. Then he stated his name was Samuel Mancuso, same birthday. He was unable to verify each one of those, and another officer eventually located his wallet and identified himself by his true name, Samuel Duoto.
They were doing nothing.
Defendant had outstanding warrants and was placed in custody.
They was.
He was charging his phone.
what do you think? Charging his cell phone, so they come up to him and they start talking to him, and then, I mean, come on. Do we need help back there?
No, nothing treats you better.
You all right back there?
Yeah, he's fine. He just upset because he wants to go now. Yeah, he's not getting his way.
Who is it?
I don't even know. The attorney told him he was done, but I don't know about it.
Okay.
Tyler?
Probably. No, it's not. Let me see.
Talk to Pavel, let's see.
Judge, we would, we'll defer to the court. I mean, he didn't have a warrant for his arrest, so.
I mean, he's stuck anyways, right? Because the theft is good. He's not going anywhere, right, on the theft.
I mean,
So
when he's charged, it sounds like it's PC, but we'll defer to the court. Because he had a warrant for his arrest. I mean, that's.
do you want to do something with it today anyways?
We weren't. We had something worked out. I didn't like the fact that
Because it might happen anyways.
I
You know
wanted
what I mean?
time served. I wanted the time served. He offered he would have to do 24 more days.
I'm okay with that, or I'm okay with whatever you want. It's up to you guys.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll always defer to Pavel with things. After 90 days, depends once time served.
Yes.
Okay, and I'm totally fine with that too.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you.
We'll get him up.
Bring him up, please.
Yes, John.
Go around. John, Mr. Moses.
Wonderful, thank you. You were out at 3:46 in the morning. And I have here that you're consuming alcohol, Mr. O'Shaughnessy. 3:46 in the morning. How many DWIs has this gentleman had?
This is his second drive, actually on record.
Have you run an NCIC just to make sure?
Yes, sir. He's got two. And his last was 2015 in Harris County. All of his history is local, from what I see, Judge. Yeah.
What am I supposed to do with this, about this, Mr. O'Shaughnessy?
I made a bad judgment call.
Okay.
And sir, I was actually on my way to work at that time.
At 3:46 in the morning
Yes,
with
sir.
alcohol on board.
I didn't realize I had alcohol on board, Your Honor. I made a terrible, bad decision the day before. I consumed some alcohol because I had some root canal problems and I was in bed by 5 o'clock. And I don't know how anything could be there when I was going to work for 4 a.m. in the morning.
Deputy, he goes with you. Come on, that's it. Come talk to me back. Okay, Dave's here.
Okay, Judge. Here on Joshua Mays, the fugitive in custody.
Judge,
He wanted
Hi,
to
Dave.
see if you would set a bond.
Okay.
I know.
I'm going to object. He has multiple.
Let's keep it down.
I'm
Go
going to
for it, Dave.
object. I'm going to object to any bond. He has multiple felony convictions, recent convictions for armed robbery, for kidnapping, and I'm still scrolling through, but he has about 20 pages on his NCIC for different felonies and misdemeanors. He also has a two felon possession of a weapon in the 174th, where he hasn't made bond, along with an aggravated assault against a family member. And the next settings for those are May 30th.
Yeah, and he's got two felony gun cases, an aggravated assault. On the ag assault, what does he do? Point a gun at someone?
That one, Judge, is assault.
Shreya.
I know, Judge, but my client believes that he has
wanna talk
magical
to him?
words to talk to you about.
Okay. Yeah, do you mind? Let's have some fun. It's been a while.
Your attorney can't, because I just
It's okay.
can't
I'm
vouch
happy
for
to
my
talk to
guy.
him. I love talking to people, you know? That's what we do. We have the gift of gab, right?
He's 22, so that.
22 and all this
Whenever I
history.
see, they always,
He's only 22 and he has all this, Shreya? Wow.
guy,
Yeah, it's the judge.
I didn't even ask Dave to agree on a bond. I just said, let's just approach so that it'll
Okay,
move things along.
have some fun.
I'm not gonna be here Thursday or. No, Friday, sorry, Friday and Tuesday, Friday. And then approaching judge. Friday, I have another. Yeah, I'll figure it out today. Maybe I'll give Tuesday out to you. It is good practice, but it's good training, so.
Good morning, Mr. Mays. How's jail? Really? So, Shreya, Mr. Mays is wanted from where?
Springfield, Illinois, Your Honor. Felon in possession of a firearm parole violation.
So you're on parole
Yeah,
and you're here in Harris County.
all my family's out here. I've been trying to get an interstate because my mom, and my dad died while I was incarcerated out there. So I didn't have no family out there, nowhere to go to. When I got out, I came out here with my baby mama and my 3 kids.
And now, while you're here, you're actually out in the free world right? Living like everybody else.
Was, yeah.
And you now picked up an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and then 2 more felony gun cases. Let me ask you, you really want me to let you out?
I would like my freedom, yeah.
Guys, keep it down, please.
Then
Let me
I
ask you,
explained to her too, the aggravated, and one of
Len,
those was
I appreciate that, but we're
No,
not gonna do
so
that
I don't
right
want to
now.
talk about the case,
Okay.
but my concern is public safety. The only thing I care about are 2 things, Mr. Mays. Number 1, that you go back to where you're wanted from so that you can answer those charges, but more importantly, public safety, right? In this case, from what I've read, you wanted car keys and they said no to you. And what happened? You allegedly point a gun at them for the car keys.
That's not true. My
Oh,
baby
let's
mama-
not talk, let's not
I
talk.
don't care. I don't care, right? The fact remains you are still charged with it. And it's over and over and over. And what I fear is, imagine the kind of fear that your family lives with when you're around. Imagine the kind of fear when you walk to that door. Oh man, who do we got coming to the door today? Is he in a good mood? Is he in a bad mood? Do we have to walk on eggshells today? I wonder what it must be like to live in a family with you. When you walk to that door, who are they going to get? Are they going to get the nice guy? Or are they going to get Jekyll? Are they going to get high? Are they going to get a gun in their nose? And you're on parole for another gun case. Let me ask you, do you think you deserve to be let out?
Yes,
Really?
yes,
Why?
100%,
Why?
because I'm not guilty. My baby mama been trying to turn the affidavits and everything.
Oh, thank you for that, but let's try to just keep it to the
Problem
charges.
is that it keeps happening over and over and over. So, Dave, how many priors does Mr. Mays have?
Felony convictions, Your Honor. He has 3 felony convictions that I can see right away: a receiving possession stolen vehicle, an armed robbery with a firearm, and a kidnapping, all within the last 5 years. Regarding other than the other felon possession of the weapon, the ag assault that Judge just described, on the newest felon possession of a weapon, he is admitted on body cam and on surveillance video with the firearm, which is a violation of his probation. So that in and of itself is a violation. And he's nodding, so it seems like he agrees that he just committed a felony.
So let me ask you again,
Just keep that to ourselves.
do you think I should let you out? That's cute, really. Because where you go, havoc follows. Sometimes we have to protect people from themselves because they're their own worst enemy. That's you, Mr. Mays. You got me bent 13 ways from Sunday if you think that I'm going to give you a bond with all that kind of history you got. Because I know if I let you out, you're going to do whatever you want to do, and you'll go like this to us.
That's on my 14th, 18th. Please.
Yes.
There's nothing, no other reason for me to be here. Nothing else to discuss.
This one, he doesn't have
History
the,
shows.
I don't show that he made bond on the local, so the 14 days wouldn't trigger until he makes bond on them.
And we've advised him, you understand that until the locals get,
Yeah, you have not made bond on those cases. So basically here, this gets put on hold until you deal with all the stuff upstairs. And then at that point, right. But Shreya told me that you had stuff that you wanted to tell me that you wanted me to hear to try to
I did,
convince
but she
me.
just let me talk. Y'all both just told me don't talk about it.
right, I don't want you to talk about the facts of the underlying case since it's pending in felony court, but you can talk about
Why you want to let out. If you want to try to convince me, I'm okay
There's
with
no
it.
reason. You already told me your answer already. There's no reason. Just I'm gonna do what I gotta do to get up out of here.
Okay.
There's no reason to talk about nothing else.
Jay, is there a waiver in place?
I can't, no, he refused on the 15th. So if he decides to waive now,
Well, I
then I'll
didn't.
email it to you.
Okay, please email it to
I
me.
never went in front of nobody to wait, sign.
Okay, we'll talk about it.
I'll be quick with this one. This guy is why prisons are made. That's where he belongs. Hopefully that's where he'll end up. 20 or 30 years from now, maybe he'll be rehabbed, but he's certainly not going to be any contributing member of society anytime soon.
This way you can talk to her.
I got research 3 times.
Morning, Judge. How you be? I got a new case on an old client. Last name Naquin, N-A-Q, in custody.
Sounds familiar.
Page 38.
Thank you. It is a violation of bond conditions / protective order. The underlying case is a harassment case. There was no protective order in place, so it is proceeding under violation of a bond condition.
Okay.
It is
I
essentially.
know how you feel in these cases.
Very strong. It is essentially a second harassment. So the text messages are, cursing and name calling. I think they're Snapchat messages, right? Yeah.
What do you want?
I wanted to get out of jail. So
I want to win the lottery.
I understand.
I want more hair.
I'll start from the beginning.
I want more hair,
I'll
really.
start from the beginning. The harassment case likely would not withstand constitutional challenge. The violation of protective order, you can't actually charge this offense in this way. So he is not on bond conditions for an assault and violence case. There's a listed set of cases that you can charge violation of protective order on. The rest of them, any bond condition violation would have to do with bond. So the enumerated offenses for BPO are essentially assault and violence, stalking, okay, and then a couple other things. None of them are harassment. All right. So you cannot charge a BPO for violating a bond condition in a harassment case. If you like, I can read you the statute. If the protective order was put in place, then you would be charged with violating that protective order.
Would you? You want?
That's fine.
Next couple days, so I can take
That's
a look
fine.
and take a deep dive.
Yeah, it's a simple case, not even case law. It's just the statute.
So was he on the lam?
No, Judge. It looks like they were sent. It was reported to the police, and a 2B was issued, and then he was arrested on a 2B. And so the relevant code version is 2507. A person commits an offense if in violation of a condition of bond set in a family violence, sexual assault, abuse, indecent assault, stalking, or trafficking case related to the safety of a victim. In this instance, it's Snapchat text, which wouldn't be related to the safety of the victim. And parallel to that, it's not one of the enumerated offenses that he'd have to be on bond for. So the correct remedy would be to try to file a motion to revoke bond for violating his bond conditions, not filing a new law offense.
I'd like to look closer because in my opinion, they can still file a violation of a bond condition, right?
No. So the criminal offense of violating a bond condition has to be under that statute and that statute alone. Violating a bond condition can lead to contempt, can lead to revocation of bond. And if this court wishes to do so.
I have to look at the statute and then, can we put this on hold for like maybe a day?
Fine by me. I do wish to approach on bond because he's in custody.
Yeah, he's got bond set now.
He has no money and he works part-time cleaning buildings.
Okay, I didn't even give you a chance to respond.
Oh, Judge,
Please.
the situation that he's stating as well, I think we need a day to look over it as well.
So,
And-
okay, so he's charged with harassment. I have it at 5,002 here. So I know he's must have at least taken off once or twice, right? And then now, what happened in the original harassment case?
The original harassment case,
You know what? Hold on a second. Stephen, do you mind bringing Mr. Nakin out so he can hear this? It's only fair since it's his case, you know?
Yes, Judge. I was appointed in March 4th. Sorry, on March 4th. And he was reset to May 9th.
So
May
he
9th.
gets, so the procedural history is this, he gets charged with the harassment. He gets a general order bond January 19th, fails to appear, so we issue a warrant. It looks like he came back in, I reinstated his bond, so I gave him a chance, right? And then it looks like he must have taken off again because we issued a warrant, or a warrant is returned May 9th, 2024.
I can't tell from the settings whether or not, because it looks like he was waived on May 9th.
No, May 9 was on the book.
Yeah.
Why?
It says new law violation and no appearance.
Oh,
Morning, Mr. Nakin.
so I think what happened is he was waived on May 9th. I think he revoked because of the open to be.
Do me a favor, will you guys switch?
If I can, Judge, I always try to stand between to protect him from him. It's force of habit. If he wants to hit me, that's fine. If he wants to hit him, it's a whole nother kettle of beans.
It's a felony.
Yeah.
I don't think Mr. Nakin's gonna do that.
I
I
don't,
would hope not.
but I take the philosophy that I do it in every case, if I can.
Okay, so I have here, so we're on bond for a harassment case. It looks like you've now picked up a new case. Looks like you've picked up a violation of a condition of bond. I don't know anything about it yet. So we're now going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. Okay, so let's go through the original harassment. What happened?
The original harassment happened in January 18, 2024. It was a officer dispatched a burglar of the residence. Officers arrived and met with the complaining witness and other responding units. Complaining witness stated that she and the defendant, her husband, have been married for approximately 8 years, but are currently separated and no longer living together. As they're getting divorced, the complaining witness advised the defendant showed up to her residence, broke the lock on the gate to her residence, made entry and began banging on her door. The complaining witness stated that she heard the defendant say, "You stupid bitch, and I'm going to get my ex to whoop your ass."
Okay. So that is the original harassment. I got to say, I probably issued a no contact order, probably issued a protective order as well, right?
That's right.
And so what happened with the newest case?
The newest case was on 4/20, April 20th, 2024. Officers met with the complaining witness who stated that the defendant contacted her through Snapchat on April 15th and April 19th, 2024. On April 19th, 2024, while the complaining witness was at work, the defendant sent messages through Snapchat stating, "I walked in the parking garage and did not see your truck. Where was your truck? You keep avoiding. F you, I'm done." Snapchat username was Quinn77, whereby the complaining witness was contacted and shared pictures from the past of the defendant through that username. The defendant's additional to that, the defendant also stated to the complaining witness, calling her a wetback, and the defendant's bond conditions prohibit harassing communication with the complaining witness. Complaining witness ID the defendant via mugshot and driver's license photo.
Okay.
Besides the fact that the mugshot and driver's license photo has nothing to do with Snapchat. I don't contest the facts, Judge. It's just, you can't prosecute it under this offense.
Let's have a hearing over that, and then we'll see if we can have just, like a short probable cause or a hearing as to whether I'll grant your motion. So I guess get ready, get your argument, get your case law ready as well, and then we'll have a hearing, and then you can have Thursday or Friday, whatever you want, and then we'll come back.
Judge, if I may, noted, I think the most appropriate remedy would actually be a quash, because they don't really know what's being ready to argue for.
So follow the appropriate motion, and then
I will turn my verbal motion into a written motion and file a written motion to quash it.
yeah, that'd be great, and then we can have a hearing over it.
That's fine.
He's in custody, we'll do it sooner rather than later.
If we could do Thursday instead of Friday, I'm trying to go to Crocodile Encounters on Angleton. Thank you, Judge.
Anytime. All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
I would like to do now will you file a new MOA? Stephen, don't send him down because I'm going to do a MOA later.
I feel like I own one.
There already is, Judge.
Yeah.
Did they do a new one on the,
The case, Judge, on the BPO, there's a recent motion.
And I will
they
renew
did,
that stupid argument. Because why would you do it?
duly noted.
Well, why would you do a MOAP on a violation of a protective order case? Like there's already a protective order.
Oh, we want to protect.
Yeah. It just angers me because then you never know, like the cops don't know there's two sets of rules.
Of course they do, they get trained to that, so this is time.
Yeah. I'm the one that the cops call, different set of cops, but I'm the one that the cops call and be like, what should I do? And I'm like, well,
So just set it to Thursday and we'll do
will do, thank you, Judge.
for playing games. Lisa, good morning, ma'am.
This is the safest, Your Honor, for a plea.
I'm Ms. Cephas.
How you doing today, sir?
Ma'am, you're charged with criminal mischief. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you. Cephas, please.
4 days with 14 days credit.
4 days in jail with, I think you said 14 or 14? 14 days credit. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront, cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement, you can never change this. Is this what you want to do, ma'am?
Yes,
How do you plead to the offense?
guilty.
I will find you guilty. Sending you to it. Good luck to you, man.
God bless you.
You too. Take care, man.
Thank you. God bless you.
You know, I am very reluctant to do these BIP and dismiss classes because they're so very difficult. It's a batter's intervention program where you were supposed to go once a week for 18 weeks. And the problem is that 90% of the people just don't care and they don't do it. And so we try to maintain a close watchful eye to ensure that people don't play games with us, because I don't like to play games. I have 2,500 people on the docket and I try to move it because justice delayed is justice denied, right? You were given this offer in February. I expect you immediately to get on it. And when you don't, that tells me that you just don't care. I expected you, when the offer was given, to immediately register and begin classes, right? We gave you until March to provide proof of enrollment. March came, and I guess nothing happened. We are now in May, and you haven't done a single class, have you? That's not good enough. You were supposed to be at least halfway done with the 18 classes. You haven't even done one class. So it's over. You cannot. No, you've had 3 months from the time that you were given this offer. You've done absolutely nothing. I've got way too much drama in my life now. I don't need any more. You know, if you really would have cared, you would have done something a lot sooner, not 240 days later. This is, I'm not here to just, you guys can talk, figure out what you want to do. I'm not going to sit here and hope that you continue to have money and not do anything. You're supposed to be a working man. You're supposed to be earning a living, not bumming your way through life. There are consequences when you don't work and when you don't do anything, right? And I've told you that since day one. Day one, when you got here, I told you to get a job. Don't you remember? When you put your heart into something, you can achieve damn near anything. That's the way life goes. If you don't put your heart into anything, you're not going to get anything. That's the way life is. But whether it goes with work, whether it goes with school, whether it goes with child rearing, when you put your heart into it and when you really care, you can do anything. Me, if I can become a judge, and I was about one of the worst students out there, but you know what? I had heart and I had drive and I really cared and I wanted to change the criminal justice system, you know? Me, inch high private eye, you know? I worked my scheisse, really. And I'm telling you, when you put your heart, you can do anything, Mr. Henry. You have shown me that you don't care. So that's it. Do you have an alternate offer in this case?
What's the name of this?
Henry,
6 months deferred adjudication.
okay.
Also, I put another time offer.
You guys go talk about what you want to do. I'm not gonna sit here for another 18 weeks when you've been already given 90 days for it to at least have half of it done. So please tell me what you want to do. If not, I'm going to set your case for trial. Okay, Mr. Brown, you said, right? All right, good morning, Mr. Brown. All right, you're Jermaine Brown? Okay, Mr. Brown, you're charged with theft. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. Holy moly, Mr. Brown. Oof. So you're now on bond for 2 felonies, and now you picked up another 2 cases? Holy moly.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you're also charged with evading arrest or detention. All right, please.
Yes, Your Honor, on 5/14, excuse me, on May 14, 2024, officers responded to a shoplifting at the fossil store located at 5085 Westheimer Road, Harris County, Texas. Complainant Alicia Cooper stated defendant purchased a wallet and asked about a service which required her to go to the back of the store. Upon returning to the counter, the defendant was gone. Complainant reviewed surveillance footage, which showed the defendant putting on a necklace and placing other jewelry items in his pockets, leave the store without paying for the items. Complainant provided description to the officers. Officers observed the defendant in the mall and ordered him to stop. The defendant sped up his pace and started to run when officers pursued him. The defendant ran out of the loading docks, through 2 garages, and out to the streets while officers chased him in uniform, ordering him to stop. The defendant was eventually caught approximately half a mile away. Officers recovered a necklace and 3 bracelets from the defendant's pockets and 1 necklace off the defendant's neck that was taken from Fossil Store, totaling an amount of $340. Pending felony tampering government records and pending felony false statement obtained through credit, $30,150.
So what happened on the felony tampering case?
I believe those cases are yet pending. It's
Yeah.
still back on the 19th.
I want to know how dangerous this dude is.
August 19th, that case is reset for August. I'm pulling it up now. So Leos were dispatched to a forgery in progress. The officers met with the complainant who stated the defendant attempted to use a fake ID to get a Kia vehicle from a dealership. The defendant was filling out paperwork to purchase the vehicle. Complainant asked the defendant for a social security card, and the defendant said he would have to go to LA to get his card. First red flag for complainant. Complainant asked for insurance. Defendant gave him insurance, but complainant verified later the defendant left with the vehicle. After verifying, complainant stated defendant was not the policyholder and that someone else was. Next day, defendant sent picture of social security card. Complainant was suspicious of photo. Complainant began tracking the vehicle. Complainant was next door at other dealership. Second red flag. Complainant looked at a copy of the driver's license, which only had 9 digits instead of 20 of the audit number. Complainant sent picture to officers.
I think we're good. I think we're good. You know, Mr. Brown, what do you do for a living?
Homeless at the moment.
How old are you?
24.
Why are you homeless at 24?
Came out here, had a job lined up, the job fell through. Also, my apartment fell through, and I was living in my car at the moment, and I was strapped at the moment.
Where are mom and dad?
Back in Louisiana.
Why aren't you back at Louisiana?
They won't allow me to come back home after the felony charges.
The hole that you dig now, Mr. Brown, and the fact that you are branding yourself a thief time and again at 24 is going to hose you and come back to bite you in the scheisse 15 times over. How you are now and what you do with your life now is you are setting yourself up for the next 40 years. And if you act like this, and if you try to set yourself up like this, you will be just another person with a number on their back in prison with no prospects, no money, living this miserable. This life can be fantastic. It can be wonderful, where you jet set to Paris, you go to Monte Carlo, you buy nice and expensive things, or this life can be a rotten, miserable journey where you're scrounging for food, doing stuff on the street that you never thought you would do just to earn a dollar, just to feed yourself. You're headed there now. I'm going to do everything in my power to protect the people of Harris County. I don't care where you come from. I don't care what your situation is. I don't care who you are. But if you're going to endanger my public, I'm going to take you off the street in a heartbeat. And then I'm going to tell you now, you were lucky to get out now, to even have 2 felony cases, and now you got these 2 cases here. Something stupid like that. I'm now going to keep you so close, you're going to think I've made a new career just to have you here. I'm putting a monitor on you so I know where you are at all times. And I'm ordering you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. Where is this, at the Galleria? Where was this?
Yes, Your Honor. The Galleria, West Timer.
You were not allowed to go to the Galleria whatsoever. Do you have an actual driver's license?
I'm sorry, Tom.
Then you are not allowed to drive. And I'm going to have you sign with me today an affidavit promising that you're not going to drive. I don't care what your situation is. You ain't got a license, no driving. If I find that you drive, I will have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. I will give you a lawyer today, but I'm going to keep you on a very short leash. The other thing that you must understand is that you're on bond for 2 felony cases and you've picked up 2 misdemeanors. It's very possible now that they revoke your bonds upstairs and they issue 2 felony warrants and double your bonds where they are now. At some point, you're going to get it. And if you don't, I'm going to have him monitored now, so you don't need to do it. So no driving, no alcohol, no drugs. We will randomly test him. No going to the Houston Galleria whatsoever. We'll put a GPS monitor on him so we know where he is at all times. Waive all the fees. 3 days, please. 3 days. I'm going to set you up with a lawyer now. They have services that are available if you need. All you have to do is ask. I will feel absolutely no sympathy or empathy for you if you pick up a new case, you endanger my public, or hurt anybody else. I don't give a rat's behind when you do anything like that. You understand?
Yes.
I repeatedly put people in jail. I probably, in my opinion, I probably have the highest jail count because I'm tougher than most felony judges. Do you mind reaching out to the man, please, for Mr. Brown? All right, so I'm gonna have you come over here, swear to us that you're not gonna drive. You will get the Victoria where I'm gonna have you sign a reset, and then you'll get with pretrial for your bond conditions. Don't fail me now. Where are you going to be living now?
My partner now.
Okay, it's time for you to get a job, a full-time job that's legitimate. And let's make that a bond condition as well. And I want to see him back there in 2 weeks, to see what he's done to get a job. Mr. Brown, you will get a full-time job, and I want to see what proof you've done it. In 2 weeks, I want you back here to show me what you've done to get a full-time job. If you've done nothing, it's not going to go well for you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Did you graduate from high school?
I did.
Good. All right, let's go. Make me proud. Matt. Ready? Okay. Coming up, Mr. Henry.
Richard.
So is it the interference is going to be dismissed?
Yes.
Okay. You've worked out a plea bargain agreement, Mr. Henry. On both of your cases, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're also charged with interference with an emergency request for assistance. The plea bargain agreement is that they're going to dismiss the interference in exchange for your plea on the assault. What you must understand is this comes with an affirmative finding of family violence, meaning that if you ever pick up another one of these assaults, no matter even just grabbing someone's arm and hurting them, you will be facing a third-degree felony, a minimum of 2 years in prison, a maximum of 10 years in prison. Even grabbing someone's arm, slightly pressured where it hurts, you're looking at 2 to 10 in the penitentiary. Yes. Yeah. On an affirmative finding, even on a deferred, even if you successfully complete the deferred, if you ever pick up another assault, you'll be facing some serious time in prison. I would be very careful. You can also never own a gun or ammunition as a result of this as well. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement, you are stuck with this forever. Now, you want to do a deferred on this thing. Am I right? Understand that with this deferred, there are timing requirements. You cannot do what you were doing while you're on bond here on this deferred. If you do, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. I'm going to put you in jail. You'll be looking at an entire year in custody if you violate this. Do you understand? The plea bargain agreement is you must do the BIP class. I don't know if 6 months is enough. If you can get it done in 6 months, great. You know, I'll make this deal even sweeter for you, Mr. Henry. If you can finish this thing quick, I will take you off quick. If you get it done, I mean, because this thing is 18 weeks, right? What is that? 3, 6, 9, 12. It's at least 5 months, right? If you get it done and you start now, if you're already registered, I will give him credit for the registration that he's in now. I'll give you credit for everything that you've done now to help you out. You don't have to redo everything. If you get it done quick, I'll take you off of this quick. The minute you get done with this anger management class, I'll take you off your probation. So if you get it done within the next 4.5 months, I'll take you off in 4.5 months.
The class once a week, can't go twice a week.
I've heard different things. I've heard from most people that you can only do it once a week, but I've also heard some people are able to do it twice a week.
It's like a large provider listing. It's like 10 pages long. You'll just have to call them and see which one works best for your schedule. So some of them are
If you can do it and do it twice a week, that means you can be done in, 9 weeks. What is that? You can be done literally in 3.5 months. I'll take you off the minute you get done. Understand though, that if you don't get this thing done, I'll issue a warrant for your arrest. You cannot play the same game that you've been done while you're on bond. It's just not going to go well. Okay. How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty? You still want to do this, right? Okay, because understand that, the other thing, no drugs, no alcohol, no harassing, threatening, or abusive contact with Precious Williams. This thing is going to trail you forever. You have to be careful, because if you ever get into this kind of squabble with someone else, you're looking at some serious stuff. Have you ever been to have you been to the penitentiary before?
I'm in state jail.
Okay. What do you do for a living now? You working?
I mean, yes, but no, I'm not clocking in on the clock. Like helping my friend move, like he got a moving company, and I'll go and help out. So I'm doing something, I'm doing that, but actually clocking in, I'm not doing that.
I want you to have a full-time job. I want you to work. I think that's the most important thing, especially with the kid you got. That kid, the kid doesn't eat part-time, needs food full-time. It needs clothes full-time, not part-time basis, man. When you got a kid, your life's not about you anymore. It's your kid. That's the most important thing that's in your life, because they ain't got food, they ain't got clothes. What? They can't fend for themselves. That's you. Must have a full-time job as well. Okay. All right, Mr. Henry, I wish you the best of luck. I hope that you can get this done early. I'm telling you, you get it done early, I'll take you off early. Okay, and reduce his fees to the minimum, please. Okay. No. He's not allowed to. No, I mean, now as part of this agreement, you cannot have any more guns. You understand? Huh?
You couldn't anyway with a previous evading.
Was that a felony conviction?
Yeah, because I evaded on 2011. Evaded again in 2013.
Dude, you're killing yourself, man. Really, slowly. Come on. It's not, everybody in there, there's no self-control. They wig out, they do whatever the hell they want to do without thinking of the consequence. And sometimes you ain't got but a nanosecond to think, if I do this, what the hell's going to happen to me? If I say this, what's going to happen? Be better than that, man. All right, good luck.
And make sure our paperwork is good.
Oh, you ready for that, Lee? Yeah, I'm ready when you are. Come on.
Yes, that's something.
Yes, sure. All right. This is Mr. Alfred Johnson. We have a DWI plea. I believe it is a time served on a Class B.
And are they going to dismiss the other case? Is that okay? Sir, you're charged with 2 cases. You're charged, guys. Hey, keep it down, please. You're charged with 2 cases. You're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're also charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. On the DWI, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where you're basically just pleading guilty to this offense and it's going to go on your record. Understand, Mr. Johnson, this charge will go on your record for the rest of your life. Will never be able to take it off. You can't take it off. Not only that, you will now be facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. So what we're doing today will not happen again. Do you understand? You're giving up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront, cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So like I said, once you plead guilty to something, you can never change it. You're stuck with this. It's even there after you die. The only other advice I'm going to give you is that if you ever get pulled over and an officer sees this, well, they will, because they run every single license plate that they pull over. If they see you have a prior DWI and they roll up to you and they smell alcohol or dope, what do you think is going to happen? Right. So I would never, even if you've had 1 beer, 1 shot, 1 glass of wine, I wouldn't get in the car, because you're taking a humongous chance. As much as I love Mr. Fertitta, how much money have you given him? I could have cost you $20 in an Uber. As much as I want you to make $1 million, right? So beware, you're on notice now. How do you plead to this offense? Guilty or not guilty? I will find you guilty. I will follow the agreement, sentence you to it. I'm going to suspend your license for the minimum, which is 90 days. Do not drive until you get a license. And your other case will be dismissed on motion of the state. Tell me about the weapon now.
It was a pistol. It was in his saddlebag, Your Honor.
So
It was a motorcycle.
forfeiting the weapon?
Yes.
Hey, guys, please see the clip.
Thank you, Your Honor.
David Romero, PTI violation.
I remember we spoke about this. We had initially spoke about this last week, you know. Mr. Romero, you were lucky enough to get in this program as it is. You were expected to strictly comply with the rigors of this because that's what it takes to get a DWI dismissed. You know, back 15 years ago, 10 years ago, we didn't have anything like this. If you got a DWI, you ended up with a conviction no matter what. You never even had a chance to get dismissal. Now, times have changed. You're lucky that you can even get dismissal offer. And if you play with us, that offer goes away. Now, I don't normally allow people to stay on when they have issues. I guess for me, it would depend on what he has done, what he hasn't done. If he has shown that he's done absolutely nothing, I'm not inclined to just continue this nothingness. Well, no, what I would like to know is what he has done. The TRAS just tells us what he needs to do. I want to know what he has actually done, why they want to kick him out, and whether, you know, I guess whether we should keep him on or not. Is it an exercise in futility? So it's Shatoria. Will you tell us about Mr. Romero, please? Do you need more time? Okay, can you give me a little bit of, if you want to get with Shatoria, she can tell you exactly what he's done and what he's not done. Yeah. Mr. Romero, just take a seat for me in the jury box. Don't go anywhere.
Mercy, Your Honor, for a plea. Come on, all the way up.
Mr. Bursey, how's jail? Really? Are you sure? You were here because no self-control. You were charged with a criminal mischief. So that tells me that at some point you wigged out and just did whatever you want to do. You were lucky to get the offer that you have now. As it stands, are we going on the evading or are we going on the mischief?
Mischief, Judge.
Okay. The evading is going to be dismissed, and you're very lucky because that's the one that's an enhanceable offense, meaning that if you were to pick up a second evading, you will be looking at years, not days, because then they can enhance you to a felony offense. I'm going to tell you now, if I see you in here again, you're going to be doing some serious time. You understand? You're charged with criminal mischief. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. Mr. Johnson or Mr. Jones. So what was it that he broke?
The door of a business. Damaged the door of a business, smashed the front door, as well as there was the windshield of the vehicle.
What was the value of the door?
Door damage was like, they have an estimate $1,500.
$1,500. Did you replace that?
I replaced it. I paid the windshield. I didn't have that much money for it.
And don't toy with me, Mr. Bursey. Do we have restitution in this case? Were they made whole?
Completely on restitution. I lost my job.
Let's see that person.
Do you know, Mr. Press, did he pay restitution? How is it fair? How is this fair?
Being attacked, and when I was leaving, went in the
I
store.
want to know about the case.
Okay.
All I want to know is that how is it fair that you get to get out of jail now, yet they're on the hook for $1,500?
I'll make payments.
I want you to know, Mr. Bursey, that from now on, you will be facing a minimum of 90 days in jail. And I'm telling you now that I will make a docket notation about exactly what happened here today. If I see you back here with a new case, it will not be anything under 90 days in jail. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You are giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement, you can never change this. This charge will go on your record. From now on, you will be facing a minimum of 90 days in jail. You come back here with a new case, that's what you'll be doing. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to this offense? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I will find you guilty. I will sentence you to 4 days in jail. I will give you credit for the 29 days that you've just done. Next time it's triple. You understand?
Sir.
Good luck.
Trouble. Thank you.
We'll see. Thanks, man. So he was required to do all the standard stuff on the DWI PTI program.
The only thing that we saw was that he completed the DWI education course, and he had violations on his device, and we couldn't prove that he was going to IOC. Because of that, they recommended to go to SATF. But the team that just came back just recommended IOC.
But he's not doing that.
No, I didn't have any proof that he was enrolled in it.
Your Honor, can I say two things?
Of course.
Number one, especially that's right, there's no verification that he completed. He just told me he has proof of it, and he did it.
Yeah, proof. The only way that we will continue is if you have proof that he's done the IOP, or that he's at least done some of it, because he's been on for how long? A year?
Yes.
You've been on for an entire year. If you've done nothing for an entire year, it's over. So I'll let you guys get together, show me what proof you have. No, of course you can. He's got a phone. He can go look and try to get it.
He has an email on that.
However you get, however what you have, you guys powwow, figure it out. But if you've not done anything within this year, we're done. That's it.
The only thing he did, I mean, other than that, which question right now, he did do the VIP class.
He did do the VIP? I thought you said he only done the DWI education class.
Yes, he did.
And I don't think he did the DWI education. That's what she told me. He didn't.
So let's do this. If you can get together with him, my concern is the IOP and whether he's done that or not, because he's obviously been consuming alcohol as well. So that's what I want to know, whether he's done it or not. So you guys just take your time and let's see what you can get.
Your Honor, approach? Judge, I'm approaching on Phil Dieterville from last week, if you remember.
Come up, Mr. Dieterville.
Seems like so long ago, but it was only a few days ago.
I'm not happy with you.
I already know it.
Sorry?
I already know.
You have literally, over the course of years, have picked up what, 30 cases? Is that what it is? Is it 42? 51? How many cases is it, Mr. Dieterville?
Trespass case.
No, it wasn't a trespass case.
Yes, it was.
Hold on a second, let me pull it up.
Trespass case.
Maybe it is. It is it is a trespass case. Do you remember what I told you last time you came here? What did I tell you?
I remember. You said something? Yes.
Therein lies the problem, because you can't remember. You continue to pick up cases, you continue to do what you want to do, and I told you I'm done. We're not doing this anymore. I gave you the opportunity. I asked you to go take a drug test. What did you do?
Storm.
Don't storm me. You were in court on Thursday. I asked you to go take a drug test and I told you to come back. What'd you do?
I would do it. It was storms. That's the next day was the storm.
And don't put me on Front Street. I asked you to go take a drug test and you just left. You didn't go take one.
He told me come on the 17th. He told me come on the 17th. Next day. That's what he told me. That's what he said.
Tracy, hey, we ordered Mr. Dieterville to go take a drug test, did we not?
Take the camera back.
Did he take the drug test?
No.
Mr. Dieterville, goes with you. Sorry, I'm revoking your bond now. You're staying with me. Come on.
Yeah, you start to see all the right ones that Yeah, right.
All right, Mr. Carrillo, you are charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement where they're offering you 3 days in jail with credit for the 4 days that you've done. This charge will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. It's even there after you die. This is important because it comes with an affirmative finding of family violence. What that means is that if you ever pick up another case like this, you go to a family member and you grab their arm, even the slightest way, and it hurts, you will be facing a second degree or a third degree felony, a minimum of 2 years in prison, a maximum of 10 years in prison. All you have to do is grab a family member's arm and make it hurt, and you'll be faced with a third degree felony. You understand how small that is for you to be looking up to 10 years in prison. You can never own a gun or ammunition as a result of this thing as well now, because it's going on your record. You having a gun in your possession is a Class A misdemeanor for the rest of your life. Do you understand? You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to test on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, or denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement today, you can never change this, undo this, challenge this. We're done today. We're done forever. You understand? Is this what you want to do? How do you plead to the offense,
Guilty.
I will find you guilty. I will follow the agreement. Remember, this has an affirmative finding of family violence. Slightest thing you ever pick up another case like this, you'll be doing some serious time in prison. Good luck to you, sir. Thanks, Connor. Morning, Mr. Brown. Sir, you stand charged with the offense of indecent assault, contact with fluid. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present or questions and interviews with the state of Texas. If you cannot afford a lawyer, the lawyer will be appointed to represent you, sir.
On January 21st, 2023, officers responded to a Subaru dealership in Harris County, Texas. Complainant told officers she had arrived at the dealership at approximately 10:18 a.m. She was standing in front of her vehicle. She was approached by an elderly white male, approximately 5'9", 200 pounds, started a conversation with her about the mustache decal on her vehicle. Complainant told officers that she did not find the conversation awkward until the elderly male asked her if she was in her 20s. She informed the defendant that she was 17 and in high school. The elderly male then started to touch with his hand the side of her rib cage, giving her side hugs and eventually kissing the top of her head. They continued to speak, and the elderly male made his first attempt to kiss her on the lips. The complainant moved back, and the male's lips only touched the left side of her lips. The elderly male did not go away after the first attempt and continued to speak with the complainant. The conversation turned into the elderly male attempting to flirt with the complainant and suggesting that she become a model and do sexy poses like in Playboy. The elderly male then proceeded to give a side hug to the complainant and kiss her on the lips. Complainant told officers she closed her teeth as he attempted to stick his tongue in her mouth. The complainant stated that after that the male was done, she had saliva all over her lips. The elderly male then told the complainant she was a good kisser and that she now has a story to tell her friends about kissing an older guy. Complainant's brother-in-law, who approached after the kiss, was able to get a license plate number of the elderly male's vehicle. The license plate was ran, and the complainant ID'd the defendant based on a license photo.
And the date of the offense was January of 2023?
Correct.
What, it's just been pending that long?
No, it was filed May 1st.
Of 2024?
Yes.
What's the reasoning? Do we know?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
I'll work it out.
Mr. Brown, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. So do you work at that dealership or?
He owned a Subaru. So he owned a Subaru and it was at the Subaru dealership.
You serendipitously end up both at the, okay. I am ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have contact with this person and not to have contact with anyone under 17 years old. Imagine that's not any kind of familial relationship. I'm entering in what's called a magistrate's order for emergency protection that identifies. Can you file a MOA, please? The order for protection.
It can't actually be on this case.
Let's do a no contact order. Just do a no contact order.
Okay, I'm entering in what's called a no contact order. You're not allowed to have contact with the complaining witness in this case and not to be in possession of any weapons as well. If you violate these conditions, I'll revoke your bond. I will put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds from us, Mr. Brown.
No weapons at home, Judge?
Correct.
Okay. I'm gonna take possession of them.
I'll follow those. So it's no contact, no weapons, and what else?
I know. Do you think that any more conditions would be appropriate?
Judge, as long as we can, I would say no going back to the dealership. That's about it.
Yes, that would be a good condition as well.
That particular dealership, right? Okay.
This particular dealership, because I don't want you to actually bump into each other, and then that's why we don't know if and when she'll ever go back. I doubt that she'll probably end up going back to this dealership, right? Does he have any criminal history, Carson? Do you know?
Let me run it.
Please.
I was told he did not, but I always defer to the prosecution on that.
No, he's clean.
It's a bond. It's appropriate bond.
Well, yeah. I mean, Judge, if you would consider a PR bond, that would be preferable. But I think he voluntarily showed up here today. He has no previous criminal history. I have a feeling that you have no issues with him getting to court. That's not going to be an issue. 500, maybe 1,000 max. I would
Okay with that, Carson. I'll set your bond at $500 now. I will give you a PR bond now, Mr. Brown. I will tell you now that you will not get another PR bond from me. If you pick up a new case, you violate conditions, then I'll put you in jail. And like I said, you will not get any more PR bonds. The only thing I'm asking you to do is just not violate these conditions and don't pick up any new cases. You have a lawyer. Good job on having a lawyer. I will waive your appearance so you don't have to waste your time coming to court. I'm waiving your appearance so you don't have to mindlessly come to court and just sit here for nothing. But you must stay in touch with Mr. Yoakum, and he'll tell you if and when you have to come back to court. If he tells me that he can't get a hold of you because you're playing games and you're ducking and dodging phone calls, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. So just stay in touch with them and it'll work out in the end.
This lifts the warrant once you post the PR bond. Just listen to what he has to say and we'll talk in a second.
So what'll happen now is you'll get with our pretrial services officer. We'll process all the paperwork so that you will not have any warrant for you anymore now, but just remain in contact with counsel and then he'll tell you how it'll proceed. For now, we'll have you sign a reset and then I'm just gonna have you take a seat in the jury box. Do not leave until you sign our bond conditions with the district attorney and then we'll tell you when you can leave. Vamos a poner tu caso para mañana porque tu abogado no está aquí. No sé a dónde estamos. No sé a dónde está tu abogado. So,
Siempre lo mismo.
I don't know. No sé qué decirte.
Dijo que
No quiero que tú me dices. No me importa.
Lo de la
Solamente
escuela.
tu abogado no está aquí y lo necesitamos. So, vamos a posponer tu caso para mañana.
Puedo venir mañana, no sé.
No me importa. ¿Quién es?
Well, it was
All right. So who's Cottrell Calhoun? You are DeJuan Green. Both of you guys are charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. Put your hands down by your side. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present if you cannot afford one. One will be appointed to you guys.
Judge, on July 9th, 2024, officers conducted a traffic stop on a car for an unlit license plate. Officers observed an odor of marijuana. The defendant was in the passenger seat. A Smith & Wesson was located under the passenger seat. The defendant was ID'd by his Texas driver's license and is a confirmed member of the Stain Gang. And the defendant had 0.14 ounces of marijuana in his pocket. And Judge, this is for Mr. Calhoun.
So everything we're talking about is on Mr. Calhoun.
Correct.
Okay, so what about Mr. Green?
I believe Mr. Green was the passenger of the same vehicle that was stopped for the unlit license plate.
Does he have a gun as well?
Judge, no, he's a mistake. So the Green was the driver, he was the passenger. They both had guns. He had a Glock under his leg. He had a Smith & Wesson under the passenger seat.
Okay, are both alleged to have been in gang?
It's just Calhoun who's alleged to be in a gang with Mr. Green. When the defendant stepped out, officers observed black Glock by the floorboard. PC search turned out 1 pink plastic bag and 3.39 grams of marijuana.
Okay.
On the drive.
Gentlemen, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward on each of your cases. Mr. Calhoun, how old are you?
I'm 20.
What do you do for a living?
Right now I just make music. I go to school. I go to night school to get my GED. That's it. I'm getting a job too, but it's
All supposed to, gonna happen, this, that, and yet here you are, 20 on your third case. Life's not going well for you now. Now I'm gonna be on top of you so much, you're gonna think that it's a career. No more dope, no more alcohol, no more guns, and you're gonna get your GED.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna make sure that all that happens. Otherwise, guess what's gonna happen to you? Right. You'll be getting your GED behind some bars. Mr. Green,
Yes, sir.
how old are you?
21.
What do you do in life?
Right now, I'm really trying to find out an entrepreneur way for myself. So it's kind of studying a lot, learning a lot of stuff. Most of the time, collecting information. But then on my free time, I do like to make music.
Did you graduate from high school?
Yes, sir.
What are your plans now?
Trying to take that as far as I can. I want to start clothing.
Okay, it's not working for you. You must get a full-time job, and I am making that now a bond condition of yours. If you fail to do that, guess what's gonna happen? No more dope, no more alcohol, and I'm telling you, each of you will get tested for weed 31 days from today. If each of you test positive for dope, you're gonna go to one place and I'm gonna make your bond so high, you're gonna flip. You are guaranteed going to get a drug test in 31 days. If you don't smoke after today, you'll be fine with me. You smoke, and I don't care what you're doing. I don't care if you tell me that you're in a car and they're hot boxing, whatnot. I don't care. You test positive for dope, I'm gonna put you in jail. I'm gonna bring you back in 2 weeks, Mr. Green. I want to see what you've done to get a job. If you've done nothing, life's not gonna go well for you. Do you understand? I'm gonna appoint each of you guys lawyers today. I will have you talk to the lawyers, and then after that, you'll be back in 2 weeks to show me what you've done. Understand? You pick up a new case, either of you, while you're on bond, I will absolutely lose it, and I'm gonna be so upset, I will grow horns in a tail. And if that happens, you're gonna be on the losing end of it. So be careful when you're out on my streets, because I want my streets to be safe. And if that means locking you up at $100,000 bond, I'll do it in a heartbeat. Stephen, you want to show them the way?
Sure. Gentlemen, go that way for me. I did have it. Just go that way for me. You both need an application.
This way.
7861. 251-7861.
Vic, did you get this one?
Ya nomás, no digas nada.
Okay. I'm sorry, Council, did you say 251-76?
7861. Sorry, maybe I give you the wrong number.
Yes, sir, Vega Nieto. Sir, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during any questions and interviews with the state of Texas. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you, sir.
Judge, on April 13th, 2024, complaining witness stated that the defendant assaulted her at their shared residence located in Harris County, Texas. Complaining witness picked up the defendant from his work, whereby he was intoxicated, and then he arrived home, he kept drinking. An argument ensued because the complaining witness didn't want to have sex with him, and the defendant punched the complaining witness in the face, causing her pain. The defendant began calling her names while eating a cookie and shoved the cookies in her face, causing her nose to bleed and swell. The residents and get a bus ticket to leave the state and relocate. The complaining witness positively ID'd the defendant by AFIS mugshot.
This allegedly occurred, Judge, on April 13th of 2024. I think it was just filed. It's my understanding that the CW is currently in Florida. She's not here. I'm not sure why it took so long to.
Regardless, he's also he's on bond for a felony PCS. There's an open felony case right now in the 176. He's on bond for a PCS. Hey, how old are you?
41.
What's the PCS? Is it meth? Is it cocaine? You're in advanced age, Mr. Vega. You don't look to be in the best shape either. What do you think cocaine is going to do to your body, buddy? Perhaps a heart attack? Consider that. I'm now going to order you as a condition of your bond to undergo treatment. No drugs, no alcohol, and you will be doing AA and NA treatment 3 times a week. I'm not going to give him a PR bond. I guess you didn't see the.
I did not see it,
open
Judge.
felony
I did
case,
not
huh?
see it at all.
Yeah.
Did not see that.
You know, normally I would give people a PR bond, but you have an open felony case. And you're continuing to use, when I have to imagine part of your bond condition is for you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. So that tells me you have a problem.
Judge, can I get him a bondsman? Can I get a bondsman here, Judge?
I'm
And
okay,
I don't
yes.
know what's going on with that
Marcos?
felony because it has been reset to January
of 2025.
So. He's in DTI.
Okay, so that case is in the process of being resolved.
I'm
Judge.
okay with that, if you want to do that. But I'm not gonna reward him with a PTI, or with a PR bond for having an open felony and continuing to use when he knows he shouldn't be using. Now.
But I don't think he's using.
He's intoxicated, he's out, he comes home and he shoves cookies in her face to wear her nose, please. Yeah. And like I said.
And I think there's a backstory to that, Your Honor. It's
Sure,
not
there's always this, I get it.
dry.
Regardless, Mr. Vega, your body will only put up with so much. At some point, your body is going to give up on you, and hopefully it doesn't. But the more hard dope you do, worse it is for you. I am now ordering you to stop, and I'm going to test you like crazy. If I find that you're using anything, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. I don't know what your immigration status is, but if you're not in this country with permission and you go to jail and immigration finds you, they're going to put a detainer on you. Do you understand? Okay.
Judge, what would the bond amount be so I can talk about?
What's your position?
Your Honor, due to the fact that the person is first AFM, but he is on a bond on a felony, that's
And Judge, we're gonna ask for a $1,500 bond. Again, I think and speaking to my client, I think
Mr. Nieto, I'm gonna have you take a seat. Well, first off, I'm gonna have you meet with Victoria. We're gonna have you sign a recess. After that, I'm gonna have you meet with Tracy for your bond conditions. I'm now going to have you do 3 times a week AA, NA classes. And I want proof of it. If you fail to bring this back to me, because I'm gonna reset your case 2 weeks from today, and I wanna see that you partaking in this treatment. If you can't do it, I will put you in jail. Do you understand? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. It's too dangerous.
Bondsman's on his way, Judge.
Stephen, what do you want to do with Mr. Vega?
Well, right now I'm gonna have to actually hold them until the bondsmen come in the back because I need to clear the jury.
I'm not happy with you. You've taken off, you're smoking dope, you come in here with your pants near your ankles. This is not a good look, Mr. Carrillo. And you're one step from ending up in a place that's gonna have a bunch of white bars next to you. You understand?
Sure.
Now it's time to decide what to do with your case. You've been gone for a better part of a year, and it's time to decide what to do. I'm resetting your case for 2 weeks. In that 2 weeks, you must get with your lawyer that I've given you now to see what you want to do. You will either take a plea bargain from the state when we come back, or I will set your case for trial. You get no more benefit. And I'm going to tell you now, you take off again, ever, I will make your bond so high you're going to flip. You understand?
Sure.
All right. So I'll have you go to Victoria. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Thanks.
Thanks, Judge.
Probable cause, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during questions and interviews. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you, ma'am.
Mr. Honor, on November 18, 2023, officers were dispatched to a family assault call at 1502-2 Mesquite Street in Harris County, Texas. The complainant reported that she attended a family get-together at 4315 Fox Hill Street in Harris County. The complainant's son, MR, was in a fight with defendant's boyfriend. Defendant is CW's niece. The complainant was near the fight when the defendant came up from behind and pulled her by the hair, causing pain and discomfort. Defendant had a hold on complainant's hair and kicked the complainant in the face, causing pain. The complainant's son witnessed the assault. And of course, June 23 or 23, there was a family assault.
This is not the same complaining witness, is it?
Not the same complaining. I don't believe. Right.
And then you said, was this a party?
Family get together. No, it's a different complaining, Your Honor. It's her aunt. The defendant is the niece of the complainant.
Okay. Ma'am, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to have any alcohol or use of any illegal drugs. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or any kind of dope, I will put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. You understand? I'm entering in now what's called a magistrate's order for emergency protection. That is a court order that identifies Michelle Marie Roman as a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against this person. Commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is the stalking statute. You cannot stalk, threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. You cannot be in possession of a weapon or go within 200 feet of 15. You understand? If you violate this court order, the state can and will file a violation of a protective order against you. And I'm telling you, it's one of the worst cases you can pick up. You violate those conditions, I can hold you at no bond, and I'll do it in a second to protect Harris County. I now also am ordering you no contact until this case is over with and not to be in possession of weapons at all. What do you do for a living, man?
I was working at Paradise this past 8 months, and I'm trying to enroll into school as a firefighter.
So where do you currently work now?
I'm not working, I'm a lash tech. I do lashes.
How do you support yourself?
Doing lashes.
But you said you're not working though, right?
I don't work for no one, but I have my own business.
So you're self-employed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How much would you say you earn a month doing this?
Maybe only $300 to $400.
How much?
Only $300 to $400 a
A
month.
month?
I'm staying with my grandma and my son.
Did you want to apply for an appointed lawyer, ma'am? An appointed lawyer. Okay, I'm going to give you an application. The only other thing I'm going to impart to you, Ms. Hampton, is that you said you want to be a firefighter, correct? Do you think that with a prior assault and now another assault, that that's going to happen? Do you know why we have everybody in jail now? No self-control. They get angry, they get upset, they wig out and do whatever they want to do without thinking of consequence. You have but sometimes a nanosecond to even think about what you're going to do before it ruins your entire life. I don't know how this is going to impact you now, but very may well be. So we'll see. The only thing I'm asking you now is don't pick up any new cases and be nice to people. It's not hard. No more alcohol, no more dope. Don't pick up any new cases and no contact with this person. I will give you a lawyer today, man. All right, please. So I want you to know that at this moment, you have no bond. I'm going to set your bond at $2,500. I will give you a PR bond so you can walk out of here today, but you will not get another one. If you don't follow the conditions or if you pick up a new case, I will revoke this PR bond. I think that everybody is entitled to one chance. This is the one chance that you're going to get from me. You will not get another one. So do with it what you will. I hope that you make good decisions from now on. No more. All right? Okay. So bond set at $2,500 and then I'll give it a PR bond.
Sure, Your Honor.
Yep. Give me 1 second. Mr. Ariola, are you not going to talk to me? How are you going to represent yourself if you're not even going to talk to me? How's that going to work? Yeah, tell me.
My handcuffs tied behind my back.
I brought you out because Lori, the lawyer I've appointed to represent you, is telling me that you want to represent yourself. Is this what you want to do?
I do.
Why?
It's threatened me with a program. I'm not asking them. This court has threatened me of such remarks I've never even promised this court.
You have terrorized the people at the Chevron for the last 3 years. And I've told you time after time after time not to go back to the Chevron. Yet you persist and you go back. You allegedly steal. You allegedly destroy their property. They've asked you repeatedly. I've ordered you not to go back repeatedly. Yet the minute you get out, you go back to the property over and over. And you have been arrested at this place, what, 14 times? Pavel, how many times are we talking? 17, 22? You've been arrested over and over. And I've asked you to, time and again not to go back. Every time you do what you're going to do anyways. So what can I do to ensure that you're not going to go back? You have never, in the 3 years and the 25 to 30 cases that you've had with me, have ever once, not once, appeared on your own. Ever. The only thing I asked you to do is not to go back to the Chevron. That's all I asked you to do. So, if you were in my shoes, what would you do?
The court ordered not to go back to the store.
I've done that 18 times.
You've asked me.
Yes.
Not once have there been a court
asked
order.
you, I've ordered, I've prayed, I've done smoke signals. Everything I've done is to try to get you not to go back.
Are we just talking here? I'd like to know that. Are we just talking?
Yeah.
I've made my case to this court before. These privileged calls on me about being at the store are made by one man, one employee. I'm given permission to go to the back of the store. And we're just talking here. I made my case. Okay. This here rattles me. It disturbs my peace of mind. Okay. These people know who I am. They allow me to go to the back of the store. There's no interest in any other way around unless I get permission by them. They give me permission. Okay. Later, when shift changes, I believe this is how it always tends to it. It's when the policemen are called on my person. I made my case to this court. I'm just talking.
If you want, I will call them right now to see if you're allowed to go back. But from what we've seen and what the owner has told us, they don't want you to go back. You've have you talked to the owner in this? before? I mean, I know you have in the past, but
The individual that we called last time is listed complaining on each of them, so we usually call him. But we can reach out to the official owner this time around.
I will reach out now to see. But if what you're telling me when shift change comes, that the person coming in doesn't want you there, then that's when you got to go. I will find out right now. I will call for you to see if they want you there or not. But even so, every time I ask you not to go, you still go anyways. So what am I supposed to do? I don't want to keep you here. We have enough people in jail. It doesn't make me happy having you here, but I got to protect the public.
If I tell you this, I'm telling you this. I will not go back to that store.
And you done told me that before 18 times.
This is why this is just small talk. I've never promised you nor ever told you anything of such a nature.
Get the phone number.
I do have a phone number.
I'm going to call right now. Give me a second. Let me help Kendra here. As soon as I'm done with her, I'm going to call them myself right now and see whether they want you there or not. And then I'll bring you back out and I'll let you know. Give me 2 minutes. Kendra, can we put it on for Friday, please? Okay, Lori, you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me just tell you, Mr. Ariola, at the outset, you're not here alone. I have a lawyer, Lori, here with you now so that she can be with you during everything that we're doing so that you're not alone. I want to make sure that you know that you're not, it's just not the world against you. You have someone here that's helping you out with the situation. I had Mr. Kim call out to Syed, which is the person who is the manager, I guess.
He is. So, Your Honor, I spoke with Mr. Shahid Syed, and he is the complainant in this case. He stated that he is the manager and business partner of Mr. Mohammed Akhtar. Mr. Mohammed Akhtar is the owner. His son, Siam Akhtar, is also a co-owner. These three, along with the cashier, are the only employees in that gas station. There's no one else there, no one else that can speak for them. All four employees stated that they do not want the defendant at the gas station. The complainant stated that the defendant has previously come in with a stick and another time with a crowbar. He stated that the defendant has also assaulted an officer in another incident. The complainant also says there's a recorded 911 call on one of the incidents where you can hear the defendant admitting that he knows he's not supposed to be there. The complainant believes that the defendant should go to a mental health facility or rehab, but the last time they were in court where he received a conviction from this court, the defendant stated that he was not mentally sick last time in court, and so the complainant doesn't know what to do. The complainant is fearful for his safety and believes that the defendant should be charged with a felony because he was already convicted for trespassing, but he keeps coming back. So he doesn't have a solution. He says he's available for whatever the state needs in terms of this prosecution.
That is from the mouth of the people that work at that gas station. I don't know where you're getting your information that you can go, but you speak. Let me know. What do you?
This is the first time that I've heard that. And it's, again, it's troubling. I am not, how can I say this?
Just say it.
I've spoke, a matter of fact, with the son. He told me himself, he said, "You're okay with me, man. Just don't leave whenever Alex come by." I'm not looking for trouble, nor am I against any of them. I'm troubled with what I've just heard right now. Even the main owner, I know him so well. He tells me the same thing, just as his son. He said, just leave. You cannot be here whenever Alex comes. He's like,
Don't go back. It doesn't matter who's telling you what, how many times they've told you, when they've told you, all their minds have changed. They just don't want you back. They're scared of you, Mr. Ariola. They are scared.
I can only just listen to what I've just heard. I mean, okay, this is a different picture whenever I'm talking to them, but okay.
I'm only bringing you here because, like I told you, I want you to understand that you cannot go back. And I want you to understand this. And I'm going to bring you here many times because I've told you this. We've done this before. We've exactly done this exact thing where I've had the district attorney's office call them and tell you this. So I don't know what else we have. And that's why I wanted you to go to the DDRP location to see and have you evaluated. Go ahead.
Listen, what I just heard right now, no, that makes my stomach hurt. It is a whole different story when I'm there with them. Right now, I'm only, I mean, I honestly, I don't want to go back there if this is what came, if this is the statement that came out of who was it?
Spoke with Mr. Syed.
Syed. That troubles me. I have a family. I have a family to take care of, and I'm being troubled by these privileges called by Mr. Syed. I don't even think this man. I don't hate this man. I'm just troubled about what's being, in many ways.
You shouldn't let it trouble you. It doesn't matter. Just don't go back. It shouldn't make your stomach hurt. It shouldn't trouble you. None of that matters. Just don't go back and everything will be fine.
Believe me, yes. Now that this statement was made, believe me, I have a family to take care of. I really don't say much because I just want to get, I'm not here for no excuses or nothing. I can only bring the facts of it all. Okay, I have a family to take care of, and my time is being taken away from me being able to provide for my family. I was with my family 5 days. 5 days. I went out when I went to the store just to talk to a friend, and that friend was the son, and he told me, he's like, it's okay, Ronnie, you can be here. Just leave whenever he comes. I'm like, okay, man. I don't really even.
That's the problem, though. The problem is you never is going to come back. You never know. What if he comes in 5 minutes after he told you? You never know. That's why the best way is not to go back at all.
And I'm perfectly sane. I know from right from wrong. I'm not committing no crimes. I'm not intentionally, going out there committing crimes, even that by doing drugs or any of that.
We need to figure out where we're going to go from here because I don't know. So let me talk with Lori, your lawyer. Let's figure out a path where we're going to go from here. We sent you to the facility for you to get evaluated, but you left. And after you left, you went back to this place, you picked up a new trespass case. So I don't know where we're going to go from here.
What do you mean I left?
You were ordered to, and you agreed with me that you were going to go to this residential facility. You agreed with me.
No, the trial, I lost the trial. You put me in this facility.
Correct.
Okay, and I guess
You told me at that time that you were willingly going to go because you wanted things to change and you wanted to better yourself.
I'm not asking for treatment. I'm here as a man right now. I stand before you. I stand before this court. I am not asking for treatment. I am not asking, I am not on,
Then I'm at a complete loss of how to go forward, Mr. Ariola, because I don't know what.
What do you mean that I left the facility? The facility that you sent me, I completed.
He completed it April 23rd, 2020.
Oh, I thought he took off.
No, he completed it.
Oh, wonderful. So but what happened though? You completed it, he got out, and then you picked up a new trespass.
In less than 10 days.
In less than 10 days. This is the privileged call. I'm asking the court to recognize this. I am not intentionally doing something, passing the line or jumping over a fence or sneaking in behind. I'm asking that this court recognize this privileged cause is taking away my time. I am not on drugs. I am not on dope. I am simply just at a place.
So I'm going to put you back. I'm going to let you talk to Lori, and Pavel and Mr. Kimball, I will talk and figure out where we go forward, because I just don't know. I don't know. My only concern is I don't want you to go back. That's all I want.
If I tell you this right now, man, I promise you today, right now, that I will not go back to that store. I'm telling you right now, because this is troubling. Not like you said, I do not want it to trouble me. I promise you this court, I will not go back to that store.
Let me talk to Lori and see where we go. Okay. I don't know. And I wish I could believe you. I really do. But given our history, it's very, very hard for me to do that.
I just want you to, please, you sent me to this treatment. I completed it. I did all that was told of me. I didn't get no write-ups, no so-called BRs from that treatment.
You get out of the facility, and less than 10 days later, you went back. That's the rub.
I'm not, how can I say this? It's not like I was visiting a friend.
You're going back.
I understand this. I mean, this is the way I'm just talking here, and I'm just talking, and I'm not going to go back. I'm telling you this right now. I'm not going to go back. I'm not going. This is me telling you for real that. This is me telling this court.
I need to record this so that we have this conversation in 2 weeks. If you were to get out, we'll see. I just don't know. Let me talk to Lori, and we're going to figure out where the proper, how to go forward, Mr. Ariel. I just don't know anymore.
Thank you, Judge.
Lori, I don't know, man. I'm at a loss what to do.
All right, I got you on speaker.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. So, we spoke previously about Rolando Ariola. Is he allowed into that Chevron?
No, sir. We give so many chances to act straighten up, and it's causing.
Turn it up.
I've given him multiple chances, and it's better to keep him off the property, so it's no problem with our customers or him.
And would you want him back on the property, on the Chevron property?
No, sir.
Alex. That's Alex.
Sam.
That's Alex.
Sam.
That's Sam.
Sam.
That's I am. That's who they requested me to contact.
That's not, I mean, I want the person that he's been saying is allowing him to go on the.
That's Sam. That's Sam. That's
that him?
That's him. That's him.
He's telling you he don't want to go. He don't want you there.
He's telling me now, right now. I just heard
That's
it.
him.
I just not heard it from him. I just not. Max question.
Sure.
Sam.
Yes.
Sam, this is Roland.
Yes.
My brother, I know that I've spoken with you. I was just telling the judge that you have allowed me on the property, and I was just telling him that you would allow me on the property, and that's the only reason.
I can't. As the company's policy is, they don't want you on the property. I can't risk of losing my job. I'm here. I do understand your position. I was just explaining to the judge that it was a friend of mine, which is you, that would allow me. But then you, in return, it was Alex that would have a different thought. But yes, I do agree. I'm yes, you do your job. I'm not.
Are you going back, Rolando?
No, I'm not going back. That's my friend, and that's his job, and I'm not going to.
I think that's all. We do anything else from?
Is it Siam?
Siam, yeah.
Siam.
Yes.
This is Judge Fleischer. Okay.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Hey, thank you for being understanding and speaking and taking the time to speak with us. I know, and I'm trying everything in our power to make sure that Mr. Ariola doesn't go back. And we are trying to work a program where he's going to be doing a couple classes now. And we are going to release him, but I want you to let me know if he goes back. Okay? Don't go back. You understand?
I told him, just tell him to stay away. It's better for his,
Right. He is under the impression that someone is still allowing him to go to play the slot machines or whatnot. And so that's
No, it's allowing him to sit down. Nothing like that.
You heard it here.
This moment in time, sir. This is just
Heard
now.
it on the stand last month when we did this as well. No.
Yes, this is a different. No. This is a whole different process now. That is my friend Sam, and he's in a different position. I'm not gonna jeopardize his job just because of my ignorance or stubborn way, or just to want to go visit him at that.
Okay, so where are we at now?
Well, we're asking to put him on a probation and let him do decision-making classes.
You've never once in the 25 cases that we've had together, not once appeared for court. So tell me, how is this any different that if we let you out on a probation now, that you're actually gonna get this done?
I'd like to be able to complete what this court is asking me of and move on forward with my life. I have a life to attend to, children that I provide for. Right now, my financial problem is a whole different ballgame of mine that I gotta take.
So hold on a second. Can we pay for the class so that he's got it for free?
Yes, but it'll take time.
I'll pay for it. How much is it? Is it like 25 bucks, 50 bucks?
No, he's doing thinking for a change, correct? Or
What are we doing?
I thought, are we doing thinking for a change?
That's what I was.
Oh, okay, yeah, thinking for a change.
How much is
so
it?
it'll be based off the provider, but I believe they're like $50 per class.
And how many classes are we talking?
Yeah, 13 weeks, and I think they go 3 times.
Oh, Lord.
That's why I said if you go through Harris County, it'll just take some time. So it'll take maybe like 2 months before you get answered. So we'll put them on a wait list to get into the program through us, and they'll just have to wait.
I'm gonna have you sign an affidavit with me today. And I want you to promise me that you're gonna do this. What is gonna happen if he fails to do this, Lori?
If he fails to do this, he comes back in and he's looking at going back to the program that you want to send him to. to see if he can get it.
Right.
I will continue to send it back so much you think I've made it a new career for you. I will send you back and I'm going to send you back and it will be time after time after time. Do you understand? Are you really telling me, Mr. Ariola, that you can do this? Yeah.
I could pay for the classes. My financial problems on the one hand, I mean, I can make things happen. I'm not asking for charity or anything. I just want to finish what the court is asking me of so I can move forward with my life. I got it.
I will give you the chance, Mr. Ariola, but I'm going to tell you now, if you play with me, don't play with me, Smokey. You do?
Judge, can we request to put the affidavit on the record? That way we can create a record of it.
Ramona's gone. Ramona, you're not here, are you?
No, Judge.
She gone. But I'm going to have you sign a promise with me that you're going to do it. Mr. Ariel, I'm telling you, if you don't, you're going to be coming back so much. It's really going to be a miserable experience. I want to give you a chance. You've heard it from everyone that they don't want you to go back. I will literally explode of anger if you go back to this place one more time. All I want you to do is this class. That's it. This is the last opportunity you will get from me. You understand?
Understand.
Lori. Okay.
Okay, I'll write up a plea then.
All right. On this area.
Bond conditions on Keener. No contact, no weapons.
Yeah, I already read it.
All right, Mr. Ariola. I really hope you do well. I really hope you do well. I never, ever want to see anyone fail. And I'm really not asking much from you. There's only two things. Don't go back to the Chevron. And two, get the class done. That's it. You understand? If you don't, and if you go back to this location, I'm going to put you back into the same program that we did until it takes. You understand, sir? And I don't care if you're kicking, screaming, crying. I promise I'm going to do this. I'm going to promise unicorns. I'm going to promise Bambi. I'm going to promise Thumper. Don't go back. Are we clear?
Yes.
You've heard it from everyone. You are giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Do you understand that we're doing a probation today? I'm going to have you sign an affidavit. This is a promise that you're making to me today, that you're not going to go back to this location. If you violate this, I can hold you in contempt and put you in jail for 180 days every time you go back to this location. Do you understand? Okay. How do you plead to the offense of criminal trespass? I will not find you guilty. We're doing a straight. Okay. I'm going to find you guilty. I will sentence you to 180 days in jail, but I will probate that. How long then? For 2 years. That means I'm watching over you for 2 years to make sure that you're not going back. Are you going to be able to complete this?
I will.
Okay. We shall see. I really hope so. So the only thing we're doing on the probation is thinking for a change. And then no contact with the Chevron. No going to the Chevron.
That's the court ordering you not to go to that Chevron, you understand?
You've also heard it from Siam and everyone there. I'm taking all your fees away. You don't have to pay for anything. All you have to do is show up. If you fail to show up, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. I will not have any sympathy if you fail to do it or if you go back. If you go back, I swear I'm going to explode from anger. Do you understand, Mr. Ariel? Okay. Good luck.
And spoke with the complaining witness, the defendant's mother, speaking with her son, and the defendant came outside and hit her in the stomach with a rock.
Hit her in the stomach with a rock.
Complaining witness advised that she felt pain.
Ms. Smith, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. How old are you, man?
17.
You're 17. What do you do in life now? Do we know what mom wants, guys? Does mom want her back home?
She doesn't want a protective order, so she wants to go back.
If I drug test you now, what's going to show up? Let's send her for a drug test right now. I'm sending you for a drug test, and then you must report back here to court. If you do not come back to court, I will issue a bond, and I'm going to put you in custody just like I did the other person. I don't want to have to do that, so come back to me as soon as you take a drug test, and then I'm going to appoint your lawyer today. We're going to figure out where we go from here. But you're in high school, no dope. Do you understand? No, I don't want to talk about the case yet. You have the right to remain silent. I have a bunch of DAs here. Anything you say, they're going to sit there, type it to try to use it against you. I just want to know what, if anything's going to show up on a drug test, and we'll go from there. All right. For now, I'm going to have you sign a reset, and then I'm going to have you get with Tracy, and then we'll see you back here in 10 minutes. Please.
All right.
Hold on, Miss Smith, is your mom here? Come up, ma'am. Hi. Hi. So who are you in relation to Miss Smith?
I'm her biological grandmother. I've raised her from a baby.
Does she stay with you now?
Yes, she lives with me.
Okay, so let's do this. I want to send her for a drug test. I want to know what, if anything, is in the system. I'm going to have her come back within the next 15 minutes. We'll get the test and then we'll go from there. I'm going to appoint her a lawyer, and then we need to figure out what's going on with her so that she doesn't get into further trouble. Sure.
The day that happened.
I don't want to talk about the case because I've got a bunch of DAs here. I know that you want to tell your side. I'm going to give you a lawyer. You can you tell what you want to tell me, to the lawyer, and then we can figure out where we go. But everybody's here is going to say it. And if it's something that hurts her where you think it's going to help,
But it may not.
right. So just hang tight, give us like 30 minutes and then we'll, yeah, okay. Thank you for coming though.
Thank you.
Okay.
This is Angel Torres. You asked her to be here today because of curfew violation on bond violations.
Oh, you don't want to do your plea.
Well, we wanted to do the plea, but you also wanted to address that, I guess.
Are we doing a plea on Torres?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
Right here. Rivera, go ahead and sign for your reset.
But you'd also requested him here for bond violation because he had some curfew violations when he was working. And I guess you just wanted to explain that.
You know what this is? This is a contract that you and I are entering into now. I have your life in my hands. I can either massage it or I can squeeze it and make it really hurt, Mr. Torres. Do you understand? It's not a game. It's not a joke. and you're facing a year. And from what I get, you just don't get it. And if it's a lengthy jail sentence, that's what it's going to take. Then that's what it's going to take. But I'm tired of the games. And what you're doing now is you're entering into a deferred where you muck this thing up. You're looking at an entire year. And I have no problems doing that to you because this is your third case within the last, what, 6 months?
Second case.
Third case. He had an evading, he had an assault that was dismissed, and now this is another assault. Did you graduate from high school?
He's in his senior year, Judge. He's going to be in high school, and he'll graduate in May of next year. That's one of the conditions of probation is to stay in school.
Great. So while he is in school, we'll waive the community service, okay? If you do not graduate from high school, you will be doing high school with me behind bars. Do you understand, Mr. Torres? You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. This deferred is a type of probation that if you complete it successfully, you don't end up with a conviction. But I'm telling you, you give up nearly every right known to man by entering into this agreement, saying that, hey, I can make this thing. And if you don't, you authorize me to put you in jail for an entire year. So far, we have, how many BVRs do we have, Carl? So far,
There's 3 curfew violations, Judge, and they were all like about 7 o'clock at night because he was working landscaping and his employer didn't bring him back home until the jobs were done. But there were 3 curfew violations. He didn't have any curfew violations when he was in school. School's over now for the summer, of course, and this is the one we were trying to get him to work out.
So the enter at 1:58 a.m. in the morning?
Well, I was looking at the other one, 7:30.
What were you doing at 1:58 in the morning, Mr. Torres?
He's asking you a question. What were you doing at 1:58 in the morning?
Working, sir. I was finishing a couple of jobs and then I had to clean all my food. I had to clean the weed eater and the lawnmower.
His mother's in court from 2, Judge, in case it matters if you want
to
talk to her. If you want her up.
Sure. Does she speak English?
Yes. She speaks both languages.
Yes.
Hi. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it. We've had a lot of problems with Mr. Torres. A lot of problems. This is his 3rd case. He can't stay out of trouble and he does whatever he wants to do. Doesn't care who tells him what. We have no impact on him. I told him to stay at home and I gave him a curfew just so that he could stay out of trouble. 3 times he had violated that, 1 time coming home at 2 in the morning. Sure.
The Saturday that we made a surprise birthday party for my husband, his 60th birthday. That's the only time that he stayed out late.
What day was it?
Saturday, June the 22nd.
This is a different day anyways.
That's the only one that I know that was on me for the birthday party.
On conditions that he's supposed to live up to. Doesn't matter if anyone else tells him differently. When he doesn't, there are serious consequences and he ends up going to jail because of it. What do I need to do to keep him out of trouble?
This is on you. You don't wanna listen with me? What do you wanna do? Shh. Listen to me, you go the right way. Now, this is the hard way you're going through.
And it's over, and it's over, and it's over.
I can't keep him in school. I put him in school every day. He's the one that's leaving.
So we will do this. You tell me what you want, and I will make it happen with him. What time does school stop?
He comes home at 3:30, 3 o'clock. What time?
School ends at 2:30. I get home by 3.
You want him home? I'm making that a condition of his probation now. He's got to go home.
I don't think he's in school in the summer, is he?
No,
What's he doing now?
right now.
Working landscaping right now.
Right now, just looking for work out there.
So he's not working.
Cutting grass, looking for work. I don't know.
So many different stories, Mr. Torres. It's crazy. It's
It's right now like I'm pushing him, but he's learning the hard way.
Judge, we had talked to you once before when he was trying to get a job working at 11 o'clock at night, and you wouldn't approve because it's too late, which is, and I understand because it was during school. He's not in school now for the summer session, but he is seeking other employment. And in the meantime, he's working for a landscaping company, cutting grass, but he doesn't have a full-time job at the present time.
He needs to get a full-time job. I don't care if it's working at McDonald's. I don't care if it's working at Burger King, Home Depot, full-time job. I want you back here in 2 weeks to show me what you've done, Mr. Torres. If you've done nothing, it's not going to go well for you. I will give you my card. You have a direct line to me. If he starts acting a fool with you or starts playing games, call me. Tell Carl. I will come up and I'm going to straighten him out for you. If he doesn't do anything you say, come back and tell me, and I will straighten him out for you. All you got to do is say the word, and I'll jump on him so tough that I'm serious. If he starts, playing games, he starts going out smoking dope, doing anything like that, you still have a curfew with me, Mr. Torres. I'm not letting you out in the middle of the night. One way or the other, we're going to straighten you out. If it means putting you in custody repeatedly, I'll do it in a heartbeat. You're entering this deferred. As part of this probation, you must do an effective decision-making class, 4-hour anger management class, no drugs, no alcohol, 25 hours of community service, no harassing, threatening, or abusive contact with Victor Hugo Salazar, and proof of enrollment in high school. I want you back here in 2 weeks. Show me what you've done. If you don't have a job, something that you can prove to me other than your word, it's not going to go well. Come back. Show me and tell me how he's been. If you have any issues, please let me know. I'm here for you. I will do whatever you want me to do. Okay? Just Carl knows how to get a hold of me.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Torres, if you violate this thing, I'm going to put you in jail. The only thing we're going to talk about is how you violate it. And I'm going to tell you now, I'm not going to let you plead guilty. I'm not going to let this go on your record. I will repeatedly put you in and let you out. And every time you violate, it'll go up by a week. So the first time, it's 1 week. You violate again, it's 2 weeks, and then I'm going to let you out. You play with me again, it's going to be 3 weeks. And that's the way we will do it until you straighten. You understand? I'd like to send him for a drug test right now to make sure he's clean.
Okay.
How do you plead to this offense, Mr. Torres? I will not find you guilty. I will withhold that for 6 months, up to 15 years if I need to. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Mom, here's my card. If you need me, just call me. Shatori, give me. Okay.
Am I waiving this fee?
All fees waived.
And then the first-
Yeah.
Judge, I'm approaching on Taylor Smith. I just got appointed to her this morning. She went to go get drug tested. She's back here. It looks like she tested positive for THC. I don't know if you got an email for that.
Come up, ma'am. Ms. Smith, no. Yes, Ms. Smith, come up. No more marijuana. Do you understand? You tested positive. I don't know if you knew that that was going to happen. I had a feeling, you know, when the cat's away, the mice will play, right? So I'm telling you now, I'm going to drug test you 31 days from today. And if you test positive again, that tells me that you've continued to smoke. Guess what's going to happen?
You're going to jail.
Right.
Yeah. As you should. I'm angry.
It's okay. It happens. You know, we're all young and did things that we shouldn't do at one point, but luckily you've not dug yourself into such a hole that you can't crawl out of it now. The problem is what you do now at 17 will affect you for the next 40 years of your life, and you don't get it. And that's okay. That's why we're here to show you what happens. Some people get it. Some people are eternal kids for life and end up with a number on their back forever. So we don't want that for you. We want you to be on the up and up. Have you seen how many lawyers there are here? That's the way to life. The way to life is money. When you have money, good things can happen. Lavish vacation, nice cars. When you don't, at the very minimum, graduate and go on, you'll end up with nothing. So tell me, I want to give you my card. You have my number. If you ever need anything, you let me know. Just tell me what kind of conditions you would like on her, and we'll do it. Curfew, no contact. If she's hanging out, we're back. Just
Definitely a curfew. Because the type.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is this gonna hurt?
And she hangs around that I really don't know nothing about.
Okay. So let's do this. I don't want to put everybody on the spot, but I'd like you to get with Mr. Sims.
Yes.
So you're not in school now, right?
No, summer, yes.
It's summer.
Vacation.
So what are you doing now?
At home, with me, because I'm on vacation, I teach, so. We're
Great.
both on vacation.
Thank you for being a teacher.
Yes, and so, I plan some vacations for me and her sister.
Okay.
Because I've raised her two siblings from babies, I reared them. And I thought maybe by me going back to college and getting my doctoral degree to show them that they could do it too, I wouldn't be going through this.
We were all young and did things, and,
Yes.
and if we need to put her in lockup, we'll do it.
If
Don't
that,
violate these conditions.
yes, if she violates that, I'm in total agreement because this is her chance to get her life right. And yes, I will.
So what time do you want? Mr. Sims, did you get that?
Time to
As far as a curfew, you want 9 p.m., 10 p.m., 7, 7, 11. Okay.
Well, let's do 10:30. You know why? Because when I do.
You don't have to explain.
Okay.
Just do whatever you want.
Come back. Yeah, 10:30 is fine.
Smoking weed, because I'm telling you, it will stay in your system for 30 days. If you go out there today and smoke, I will know. And I promise you, it's not going to go well for you. I get the attitude you're giving me, and that's okay. You can hate me all you want. It's okay. I want you to do well. And the only way is to make sure that we are on top of it and make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to do. And when not, and when you hang with dogs, you're going to get fleas. As far as it is now, so no harassing or abusive contact with the complaining witness, no weapons, and no dope, no alcohol. And I will test you. And that's it. As long as you can stay clean, you and I will be best friends, Ms. Smith. Okay. So hang tight. We're going to have her take a seat. I'm going to get with Tracy for the bond conditions, and then we'll go from there. You have my card. You ever have an issue, first get a hold of Mr. Sims, and he'll get a hold of me, and then we'll go from there. Okay?
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for doing what you're doing.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Howard, you're charged with deadly conduct. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. Please don't say anything, sir.
Yes, Judge. So on May 5th, 2024, undercover conducted surveillance and a takeover in a cul-de-sac where the defendant observed doing 4 donuts in the center of the cul-de-sac and was automatically 15 to 20 feet away from, approximately 15 to 20 feet away from spectators and other vehicles which were occupied. Officer was able to conduct a traffic stop on the black Mustang and was able to provide the driver of the vehicle with the probable cause for the traffic stop. Defendant admitted to doing donuts.
Okay. Mr. Howard, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Can you run his license, please?
Sure.
Do you have a Texas driver license? Do you have valid liability insurance? Let me tell you that the state is making it, or the legislature has made it extremely difficult for district attorneys across the state of Texas to seize cars that participate in these types of activities. In fact, it was on the news 2 days ago where 2 officers seized 2 very expensive cars for participating in this kind of conduct. Living in Houston without the ability to drive it blows. If I find that you do this again, I will take your privilege to drive away from you permanently. Do you understand? I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond now not to participate in any racing, street takeovers, reckless driving, donuts. If you do, I will put you in jail and I'm going to take your privilege away from you permanently. Do you understand?
No, Judge.
Okay. Do you mind filing those orders, please? No racing, street takeovers and the like. I'm going to have you go to Victoria. We'll have you sign a reset. After that, I'm going to have you take your seat in the jury box while I get your bond conditions. Do not pick up any new cases. Don't act like a fool in a car again. Otherwise, I'll take the free world away from you. Do you understand? Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Are you Armani Hope? Mr. Hope, you are wanted out of the state of Georgia for possession of marijuana greater than 50 pounds, possession of a firearm during the... Sorry?
Not greater than 50 pounds. On the record.
Let me check. Hold on. It says Hope. Oh, I'm sorry. Possession of marijuana over ounce and under 50 pounds. Possession of a firearm, weapon during a crime, brake lights and signals. That's what you're wanted for. Is that right?
I know it wasn't over announced. That's why it's just on the record. So there's certain things I'd rather not.
So you don't have to say, I just want to know.
I just know it was definitely not over 50 pounds.
I agree with you. I was wrong. I was wrong. Over here on
That
this.
just sounds absurd to me. You know, it says.
Right here, it says possession of marijuana greater than 50 pounds, but over here it says something different. So I'll go with what you're saying. Regardless, you're wanted out of Georgia. Did you want to waive formal extradition?
Excuse me?
Did you want to waive formal extradition?
Well, what we talked about when I spoke to the judge on the 30th, I believe, or either the 1st, when I first came in, she said either 14 days or 90 days, and I agreed to the 14 days that day.
And that's what you must do here, waive formal extradition. So they have, Georgia has 14 days to come get you if they don't.
Do I get counted as the time served when I seen the first judge here, or is it counted?
No, you get time from the time that you waive formal extradition. So since you didn't waive back then, you're waiving now.
I did
So that's
waive,
why.
but I just wasn't given the opportunity to speak to a lawyer, or I wasn't given that paper when I spoke to the lady judge. But
So you didn't waive then?
I did, on the record, I did waive it.
I don't know. I can check with our fugitive DA to see if that's the case.
Can you speak with her, because she
I will,
said,
yeah.
and I put my right hand to God, that I waived the 14 days already. She said either 14 days or 90 days, and I said 14 days, Judge. And I was still handcuffed, and like I said, I didn't get an opportunity to speak
Check,
to a lawyer.
and then we'll put you on for Monday just to reassure, and then we'll talk then, because he's already gone now, but we'll check. Okay? Yeah, because you're gonna be here anyways for the next days as it is, so we'll put you on for Monday just to make sure, okay? For sure. Good luck, Mr. Hope.
Oh, I love the look on his face. He has definitely been in the system before, and he knew not to say anything. He definitely wanted to speak out, though, about 50.
You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Judge, on May 4th, 2024, officer was dispatched to a major crash call. The will witness security at Bank of America saw defendant in lane 2 of the bank. After half an hour, observed the defendant in the driver's seat with the vehicle on and in drive. Defendant was asleep. Will witness flagged down officer who was not able to wake the defendant. So Harris County Fire Department arrived. Once defendant was out of the car, officer observed the interior of the defendant's vehicle full of beer bottles and beer cans. 5 empty 12-ounce bottles of Modelo special in the front passenger seat. Defendant observed to have unsteady balance while walking, slurred speech with an odor of alcohol coming from his breath, and mood swings from happy to sad. SFSTs, 6 out of 6, HGN, 3 out of 4, were leg stand, 6 out of 8 walking turns. The IC was red. Defendant admitted to drinking at least 4 beers prior to driving his vehicle.
I think even a newborn baby knows they're not supposed to have alcohol in the car while they drive, Mr. Ixpata. Are you in this country with or without permission?
Without permission.
What happens if you go to jail, Mr. Ixpata?
So he's not legal to be here, and he certainly doesn't care about going to jail. So I think that shows the judge.
You know how long that'll take?
¿Cuánto tiempo se demoraría eso? No sé. No, I do not know.
You will sit in custody until immigration is ready to have a hearing on whether they're going to deport you. And it'll take about 9 months just to get a hearing. You sit in jail for 6 to 9 months waiting merely for a hearing. You were charged with driving while intoxicated. And if they allege it that you have an open container in the car, it's a minimum of 5 days in jail. It is further presented that at the time the defendant committed the offense of operating a motor vehicle while intoxicated, as herein above alleged committed, on or about May 4th, he had an open container of an alcoholic beverage in his immediate possession in the passenger compartment of said motor vehicle. If you do 5 days, I can almost guarantee that will happen. You are now out. This is your first criminal case, and I will have my eye on you now, Mr. Ixpata. I am ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm also ordering you not to drive for any reason because you do not have a license. If I find that you drive, because I'm going to have you sign an affidavit. If I find that you drive, I will have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing an additional 6 months every time you drive. Do you understand?
Habla más fuerte, le pedí. Sí. Hable más fuerte.
Okay. Yes. Not drive and don't consume alcohol. Otherwise, I will keep you with me and you'll be doing a lot of jail time.
Mucho tiempo de cárcel.
I like that. Early on, it was like W and T. Now it's like red. I like that.
I'm going to have you come up here, swear to me that you're not going to drive. I will get you to Victoria. We're going to have you sign a reset. Next, you will get to Janae, where you will get your bond conditions. I don't want any issues. Do not pick up any new cases. Do not consume alcohol or illegal drugs. Do not drive. and listen to your lawyer.
Dígale, sí
Yes.
señor o no señor, en
Sí,
español. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
I'm gonna go that's right. It's okay. Hombre, I got it.
You, Roy Perez.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Perez, you were charged with possession of marijuana. You now picked up another case. You've now picked up a terroristic threat. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
Yes, Judge. So on May 5th,
So I guess
2024,
he
in Harris
was in
County,
custody and
Texas,
now he's going to
the
get to
complainant
be.
stated that defendant, who was her front door neighbor, threatened her. Complainant was beginning to unlock her door when the defendant ran up behind her stating, "I'm going to kill you. You will die tonight." Complainant was in fear and ran back into her car and left. That's
Mr. Perez, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. What's the one thing I asked you not to do when you got on bond in this court?
That's a case, another case.
Right. What'd you do? That's right. No. Deputy, is it Garza? I got another one for you. I'm revoking your bond. You're staying with me, dude. Goes with you.
Hell, I thought he was already in custody. I thought the orange shirt was.
Yes, Judge. So officers were dispatched to a Honda dealership in Harris County, Texas. And the defendant was verbally trespassed by HPD earlier in the day